This video finds you when you're done leaking your energy. You're done pouring into people who don't reciprocate. You're done being in places where you don't belong. You're becoming the kind of woman who doesn't chase, doesn't over-explain, doesn't overgive. She doesn't lose her power under pressure. You are becoming intentional with access to you, with your time, with your words and actions. And that includes stopping to apologize for existence. I was shopping the other day and I was really busy, so I was walking pretty fast. And this woman was standing in the middle of the aisle choosing her products. When she saw me coming, she stepped away and she apologized. She said, "I'm so sorry." It seems like you're being polite, but you're really leaking your energy because it gives your subconscious a sign that we are not allowed to take space. We are at fault for taking space that we need. Unless you did something wrong, unless you're responsible for something, do not say "I'm sorry." When you get a habit of saying "I'm sorry" all the time, you literally send signal to your nervous system that we are not allowed to take space. We are not allowed to just simply exist. And we are somehow wrong for simply existing. This leaks into your business, into your creativity, into your daily life. There are less opportunities that you are going to be willing to take because you already programmed yourself to not take that extra space that you deserve to take. As soon as you bring awareness to this fact, as soon as you notice how much you're actually just apologizing for existing when you've done nothing wrong, you start changing this pattern and it becomes easy to take control of it. What's harder is to not rush to fill the holes. When there's an awkward pause in a conversation, when there's some miscommunication, some confusion, is there a part of you that runs to say something or over explain or soften something you're trying to say so it doesn't come up as radical? And it's not about being kind, it's about this conditioning that I must be this peacemaker. And it comes from childhood, where a nervous system learns that this tension, this pause equals danger. Because usually in those moments of tension, it's where our parents would blow up on us, where we know we're about to be punished, we know we're in danger. So in a grown-up life, we often cannot tolerate those pauses, those awkward moments. And we feel like it's our job, our duty to entertain the person, to feel that pause, to say at least something so it doesn't sound so awkward and like this pause and you're just sitting. Learn to hold that pause. Learn to really sit in the discomfort of it. I know this sounds crazy at first, but you will notice with time how you are allowing yourself to release responsibility for the moment, release responsibility for other people's emotions, reactions. You have been already noticing that these patterns don't serve you. You don't want to be this over-explaining, anxious type. Your nature is being composed, being soft, but very direct, being collected within. Like your center is defined, your feet are rooted, planted. And that is exactly the energy. Once you can hold strong in the face of this awkwardness, this discomfort, this pause, don't try to over explain. Let yourself be misunderstood. Let everyone operate on their own level of understanding. It is not your responsibility to educate anyone or help anyone process their emotions. As an empath, you're probably going to feel uncomfortable while doing that, but this is going to pay off 10 times. You will not feel uncomfortable within yourself after the fact. You know the situation where it was an awkward pause and you didn't know what to do, so naturally you started talking and then you start oversharing, and then you come back home and you're like, why did I just do that? Why did I overshare so much? Why did I over-explain? Why couldn't I shut up? You deserve to have the comfort of not being responsible for other people's reactions, emotions, for not being responsible for feeling those pauses. And guess what? Sometimes people are gonna get disappointed with you, especially when they already rely on you, on someone who kind of manages their emotions on a micro level, whether it's your partner, your friends, your parents. When you stop doing that, you stop catering to their emotions, you stop prioritizing their peace and their comfort, and you're like, hey, I don't want to over-explain right now. I don't want to fill the gaps. You either get it or you don't. How Lana Del Rey said, if you don't get it, then forget it. Then it's going to lead to people being disappointed in you. And sometimes it's a very painful feeling, knowing that oh my God, I have let somebody down. I appeared as maybe boring or not compassionate, or I didn't fill in their gaps. I didn't cater. I didn't make things easier for them. Also, when you decide not to cater to people's emotions, you speak your truth more clearly. You don't sugarcoat your opinions as much. And it's very important to learn how to steady yourself in these moments and let them be disappointed. Disappointment usually feels so heavy because, again, as a child, you learned that disappointment equals danger, equals threat, equals punishment. Disappointment took away your safety. This is the reaction you learned as a child, and as an adult, you still carry it within. You're still trying to prevent disappointing other people. Who are these people? What do they mean to you? What did they do for you? Did they ever take their time to soothe your emotions, to make you feel heard and understood? Or are they just expecting you to cater to their emotions? Are they just disappointed because you are who you are and they're just used to you being the sponge who just absorbs their emotions all the time? If someone is disappointed, it doesn't mean you did something wrong. It just shows that you're not aligned, and it's totally normal. It is safe for you to make other people disappointed. Keep them mad. You're allowed to. You're emotionally mature. You're emotionally intelligent. You're responsible for your emotions only. Whatever other people project, their disappointments, they thought you were better, it's none of your business. I know as an empath it's so hard to hear this because red alarms are going up in your head like, no, I cannot allow them to do that. I need to manage my perception, which what you did as a child to keep yourself safe. Micromanaging everyone's perception. She looked that way. She's probably pissed. I shouldn't say that. I should hold this back. This, I'd rather sugarcoat it. And that I will over explain it so that they get it. This is not who you are anymore. At your core, you already know this is not serving you. You're entering the dark goddess mode in which you are just being unapologetic about who you are and what beliefs you hold. And you're not going to let these people stay in the way of your peace anymore. Peace is probably the key word for this era of your life right now, because of all that happened, again, it's all tracing back to the childhood. You learned to romanticize chaos. When there's some drama going on, intensity, emotional intensity feels like love to you, feels like belonging. You recognize that from your childhood, turbulent times, and you're like, oh, that's probably love. No, my girl, that's intensity, that's drama. You don't actually need that in this season of your life. I know your hand is reaching out for that because it feels familiar, but it is not the way you're going to choose going forward. No more instability that feels romantic and feels like passion and adventure. You want stability. It is not boring to have stability. You're at that stage of your life that you're realizing, hell, I want it to be stable. The thrill of not having enough money and how are we gonna make it, and the struggle, it makes me feel like so good and important and like I'm a hero pushing through all these struggles. You do not have to be the hero anymore. You do not have to struggle in order to respect yourself anymore. You're probably the first person in your generation who is actually allowed to erase the belief that struggle is a virtue. Because your ancestors needed that belief in order to push through the hard times. And now you're on autopilot running that belief, subconsciously choosing more struggle, choosing the harder way, the harder people, the relationship that are going to be turbulent. Because it feels like if you go through that, then you really deserve to be a hero and you deserve the title of good person and a hard-working person and the one who perseveres and a strong one. But you are already strong. There is nothing left to prove. There is nothing left to prove, to conquer for you. You are not a warrior anymore. You are a goddess. You sit upon the throne. The battlefield is over. Dark goddess chooses calm and peace without confusing it with boredom. Peace doesn't mean that there is no depth and there's no nobility. Peace is just a signal of safety. And from that ground, you can build whatever it is. You can build real passion, not fueled by struggle, not fueled by constant fight, but the one that is contemplating, the one that is abundant. From the plus, not from depleting yourself, constantly running on your own edge. You're not chasing drama anymore. You're not chasing intensity, emotional intensity. is something you need to leave in the past, because you are moving to the era when you're thriving. You're not surviving anymore. The survival instincts in you crave the intensity, the emotional roller coaster, but your soul already ascended. You are already above, way above that. It is time to just let your body catch up with your soul. And when you regulate to this base of having peace and quiet and making that your normal, you understand that the outcomes don't matter anymore. Every action that you take, you do not take it to get a specific outcome. Take the action for the sake of action. Take the action for the sake of moving, for the sake of being alive, not for the sake to extract a specific type of outcome. If you post a video today, post it because you love it, not because you hope certain people like it and follow you and it goes viral. If you're creating an offer, a product, create it because you want to genuinely share it, not because you need to make money on it. And the money will come, don't you worry about that. But create without this intention. Create for the sake of creating. This is what your new era is all about. Fruition, for the sake of fruition. You want to plant your own garden because you want to look at the beautiful flowers, not because you want to extract some value out of it necessarily. Do not expect the outcomes. Stop expecting the outcome. This is the generational struggle speaking in you, saying that every action should have this outcome. And by investing so much in an outcome, you deplete yourself of the energy you could have used for more creating. You are in a position right now when you can allow to safely allocate your energy into things that ignite you without expecting any specific result. You are in a position where you can allow yourself to be and breathe freely just because of who you are. All the outcomes, all the dreams, all the manifestation boards, they are going to come. Trust me, they are already coming. But when you focus, hyper focus on them, you clench, you lock your energy in so much that you limit the potential of your energy of reaching so much more depth and capacity. You have no idea right now what waves, what big impact you can make because you're so hyper focused on this little result that you're craving. You will get 10 times of that, I promise. I promise you that you will get 10 times of that if you're just able to relax and focus on the action itself. How can I put more into the action? How can I be more present and intentional about what I do, not about what I want to receive out of it? A very big, a very abundant time is coming in your life, and you're almost fully ready to step into it. Just keep moving in this direction. Keep implementing the things that preserve your energy. Keep healing those generational lacks. Unsubscribe from struggle. You are ready to be victorious. You are ready to become a real goddess.